Good morning, people. Good morning, family. What's the focus for today? What's the focus for today? It's a little chilly on this Cinco de Mayo, but we get through it. The focus for today is what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about this thing within the social media. Because right now we having a gossip era. You know what I'm saying? We having a gossip era. People are able to make money on the downfalls and flaws of others, the failures of others. They're able to make money, make content on the downfall of others. And I think we being set up to be set apart. I honestly believe that we being set up to be set apart. Because it takes me all the way back to the garden of Adam and Eve. And they was at that tree. The Godfather told them not to touch that tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Not even touch it. Don't even go near it. Don't touch it. But they wind up eating for that tree because of the curiosity of it. And that's what I see today. Like, we have a curiosity about each other's lives, how we are living, and we could see that even through the Facebook and everything. People go get up in the morning to see how somebody else is living, to see what somebody else is catching in life or whatever. So we have this thing that kind of creeped up on us like a little nosiness, but it's starting to affect us because the knowledge that we do receive, we using this to enhance Satan's kingdom. Like, we get some knowledge now, no matter what. We are not perfect people, so you always going to see something that's wrong with your brother and sister. But it shouldn't be for content. It shouldn't be for content. Like, if we see something wrong or somebody doing something wrong and we want to warn somebody, warn the other people, or use it to encourage them. Like, look, I know what you're going through. I experienced something like that before, but you can make it through. We could use that for encouragement, uplifting, knowledge. Even the bad knowledge, we can still use it to uplift. We ain't got to use it to tear down one another, to break one another's spirit, or to have, to get money or to have a lot of laughs and jokes, Like, it's like we losing compassion for one another. Like you said, the love of many will wax cold. You're starting to see that now. You're starting to see that now. We doing a disservice to one another. And really the thing that is showing our heart. Because once the heart get a certain knowledge, the mouth gonna speak out of the heart. The mouth speaks. So we see that the sensitivity towards one another and their flaws. Like, I am seeing people just recording, like, people on bad drugs, just shaking and just going out in the street. That's really bad to show the world that, and to not show it without testimony. Did you go back to see if that person need help? Did you record that? Did you even go back to see if that person need help or see if you could aid with them or get them some type of assistance to a hospital or a counselor, anything, other than just record it and, for monetary gain, Like, what's wrong with us? But I want to go down to, I want to just think about Ezekiel. This kind of helped me with Ezekiel, because Ezekiel was at the dry bones. I just want y'all to take a listen to this real quick. Ezekiel was at the dry bones. God laid him to like this big graveyard. He said, it's a whole house of Israel. It's a whole house of Israel. And the father asked Ezekiel, can these bones live? And Ezekiel said, thou knowest. Because, and that's another thing. We have a father who sees all things and knows all things. But what it is what are you going to do with that knowledge? He's watching you to see what you do with what he has revealed, or open for us to know, even with each other's flaws. Are we going to be compassionate to one another, or are we going to be rude and mean or cruel to one another? He put it all on the table to see what our hearts going to be in that matter, especially in the matter of you having the knowledge. That's like somebody getting a job. I just want to say this, like somebody getting a job and you go back home, nobody got a job, but you don't tell them about how to get a job or, that your job is hiring or to come, what you're going to do with that knowledge. Or you're going to go over there and every day you see them people not working, you just feel so great about yourself. And, like, man, those guys just really need to get their life together. Like, I'm glad I got a job. I'm glad I'm working, and I'm glad I'm not like them. Like, that's a bad heart. That's a bad heart. But it's okay, though. But let me get back to Ezekiel. And how Father led him to this graveyard. Now, just imagine if Ezekiel was in our day and like a lot of the people here, he'd be recording. Like, this is the whole house of Israel, y'all. Look at them. They all dead and dust. You know what I'm saying? But now, the father took him over there, and he asked him, can these bones live? And Ezekiel said, thou knowest. You know, he's given the authority. You know all things, Father. Thou knowest. That was the right answer. And then the father said, I want you to speak upon these bones. And the whole story, you can read the story for yourself, but the whole story is the father showing him, you know what I'm saying, to speak upon these bones. Let that word of power come to you to speak upon these bones. You believe in me, you trust in me, speak upon these bones. And he spoke. The bones started to clatter, come together. Then he told them, and then the sinews started to come up on them, the flesh and the veins and all that started to come up on them. But he seen them standing up, and he was like, okay, you got a nice army, but they ain't got no life. And he said, man, prophesy to the wind. And the wind came and, you know, said it gave them the breath of life, and they became a great army. But it just showed that if you having the knowledge of the Heavenly Father, and you see your brothers sick out here, you see these women sick out here, you know, you can prophesy, you can speak good things upon your brothers and sisters. And at the same time, rebuke the evil, the matter, rebuke the matter, but not rebuke your brothers and sisters. This is the Father was showing us, you know what I'm saying, and loving one another. Because, man, it ain't no, what reward is it if you love people who you feel like don't have a problem with you, you know what I'm saying, and they give you stuff you get on, he say, what reward is that? But if you could love on those who have issues, because right now we got people with, it's a lot of mental issues going on right now, and people are making money off of people with mental issues. Even some people making money for themselves, exploiting their own mental issues, doing stuff, eating stuff, just, you know, making a shame of themselves just for monetary gain. I think we losing that love. Like he said, the love of many will grow cold, and we seeing that in these days with this social media. I ain't never seen so many guys gossip about. I ain't never seen so many guys want to know about another man's life, and you know what I'm saying, and just sit there for hours and, you know what I'm saying, want to talk about it, you know. Now, don't get me wrong. We do have people who can sit down there with hours and talk to people, but they're mainly called counselors. So they want to help you with whatever your situation is. You know, so they, you know, they want to help you, but right now everything is being exposed, you know what I'm saying, to us, and Father's separating us. You seeing those people with the heart of coming out their heart for destruction, talking bad about one another, actually looking for bad for one another, and then you see the people who suffering to do good. Like, man, like, yeah, even though they a thief, even though they're a liar and a murderer, you know what I'm saying, God still got a way for them, you know what I'm saying, if they choose it. He's still, you know what I'm saying, Yeshua is still there, you know what I'm saying, in case they choose it. It's like we ain't finna just bash that person and just, you know, build ourselves off of their downfalls. Like, no, we gonna actually build them up from their downfalls, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the Holy Spirit of the Father with us. You know, it's not gonna be in all of us, you know what I'm saying, and we could see that, you know. But I just wanted to share that today, like, you know what I'm saying, it's a great division going on, and I don't know if a lot of us can see what the social media is doing. You know what I'm saying? Even with us who want to see, because I've been there before. I'm going to tell you, I've been there before. I've seen some stuff that look really bad and click on it like, oh, I want to see the end of this. This person look like they falling. I want to see if they really fail and bust their head or something, you know. I had to, you know, discern. I had to check myself like, look, if they showing you already that this look like something bad going to be happening, then what is it going to do? What is it going to change my life if I don't see it? Like, what am I going to miss if I, you know, miss that action? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just started practicing that. Some girl finna bend over, look like she finna pop up, but what if I don't see that? What am I gonna miss if I don't see that? I'm gonna go ahead and swipe on that too. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, because this is like we getting trapped and tricked. And so we just need to wake up to what's going on and really seek the kingdom every day, you know what I'm saying? And we see what's going on in the world. If it look like a trap, something to send you off, even the titles will get you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it shows on your heart. Man shot in the head. You gonna click on that? You want to see a man shot in the head? Woman get her throat slit. You want to click on that? Woman get her throat slit? So let us let us examine ourselves to see what's in our heart. I'm going to close this video in the name of Yeshua. Let us examine ourselves to see what's in our heart by what's being revealed to us. Because that's what's exposing us. If it's revealed to you, then how you going to choose? What you going to choose? So let us remember that. In the name of Yeshua, everybody have a blessed day, family. Let's put God first. Let's love on one another like we need one another, because we do. And let's be a blessing to somebody. I ask the Father to bless us that we could be a blessing to others. So be it.